If you didn't take care of it before you sat down, cross your legs, because we're going to go straight the way through. And I want to also thank Stephen Wilsack, innovativetv.ca, for all the clips you see behind me, all the montages, and for broadcasting this so that our friends and family, wherever they are, can be part of this magical evening. Thank you, Stephen. 1962, the first James Bond movie premiered, Dr. No. Some of you might have remembered that premiere. It is the world's longest and most successful film series and shows no signs of stopping. It was produced, interestingly enough, by all one family. So Albert Broccoli now has passed the reins on to his daughter, Barbara Broccoli, and his stepson, Michael Wilson. 23 films, 6 James Bonds, 55 countries, 55 Bond girls, 130 villains and villainesses, but most important of all for car lovers out there, 5 models of Aston Martins. Every theme song from the James Bond series became a top 10 hit almost instantly. Well, I know most of you here tonight know what L'Arche is, but when I first moved here, I didn't know what L'Arche is, because people will go, oh, it's L'Arche, it's L'Arche, it's L'Arche, it's L'Arche, and I'm like, no one told me what L'Arche is. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about L'Arche. L'Arche is the French word for the Ark, and founded in the early 60s by Jean Vanier. When he was in France, in a small little town, he invited 2 mentally challenged men to come live in his home. And this was at a time when he was really quite concerned about the institutionalization. And what he discovered very quickly was that the people that he brought into his home had much more to teach him about life than he in providing care. He discovered that his own humanity shifted and changed, and he was forever changed, and the world was forever changed, because L'Arche was born and is now an international community around the world. But bringing L'Arche right back to home here, the first home 32 years ago was opened by the people who founded the coffee shop that you just walked in through. Jeff and Debbie Moore were the first home in Nova Scotia, right here in Wolfville. And now we have 5 homes and 2 apartments and 3 day programs. So I'm going to ask everybody who's living in a L'Arche home to wave their hands at me. Hi, everybody. Everybody here, we have assistants and we have core members, and we have some backstage over here. And so L'Arche is a significant contribution to the well-being of this town. Yeah, I think so, because, you know, sometimes we don't see Applewick's as the business that it is, but L'Arche really is quite a player for us here. Well, now I have to introduce, and bear with me, because the minute they're on stage, the show really ramps up, and I think you'll see why. My closest friend, Joss Vallis, her sister Bev, and the blonde in the middle, Eddie. And Eddie Kenny and I were together. The night before I got married, Eddie and I shared a little room, and they jumped here. They've been rehearsing in Newfoundland, and then they put those on for me last night, and I went, oh my God. Oh my God, thank God they didn't do the dress rehearsal with the band with those on. And so how many James Bonds did we have? Who was your favorite? Oh, really? Who said that? All of you. 4 members here dared to dream. And they dared to dream that they could go from the little building on Gaspereau Avenue and be all together in a place where there was enough room for all of them at one time, right? That's what you guys wanted. And so the board of L'Arche went about saying, so what are we going to do? Are we going to build a new building? We got to buy land and blah, blah, blah. And it got really, really tricky. And then all of a sudden, something emerged. And the St. James Anglican Parish Hall wanted to kind of be repurposed. And L'Arche was looking for a bigger space. And so a partnership was formed, and the dream was born to renovate and to repurpose that space so that all core members and assistants and community could come together in one place with no challenges of stairs up or down. And there'd be enough room to invite each and every one of you to be with them.